Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Return of Cyrus. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, because F9 is the button to open up the religion menu. I'm trying to figure out why it says the holy site of Tikit Isangan is just partial control, and I'm assuming it's because I'm not an independent Zoroastrian ruler. I could be wrong about that. I actually don't know for certain, but that's my guess. And this dude's now raiding my capital. Okay, now we can apparently raise 4,000 troops. I refuse to be your spy master. You need to understand that. So that's great, and there's nothing I can do about him yet again. I don't know why the fuck we haven't done anything about this blob that's been in the center of the empire for a while now. For whatever reason, the AI has decided I refuse to do anything about it. I can't do anything about it. I don't have the strength. Though it looks like the kingdom that's down here, or well, a sultan within the Abbasids down here, doesn't have the power either. Like, just why doesn't the Caliph just declare the war? It gets the job done. He can declare the war. He has more than enough, well, mostly from his vassals, ability to do it. We finally have a son who is sickly. That's exactly what I needed. I think we've seen a character with your exact name before. Go ahead and try and save my son. I'm going to go ahead in the meantime, though, teach him struggle. And I'm just going to assume that you're going to save him, and I will make myself his guardian. He was unsuccessful. Great. Okay, so the one son that our character has had has failed. He's probably going to be dead, and I'll give it just a little bit of time. Can't be a ruler. They have to be within Diplo range. They need to be an adult. Yeah, okay, wow. Okay, we won't use that one. We'll just use our religious group. Comely, would you become a concubine? You would. Comely is a decent trait. We got a tall, we got a bright. I'd kind of prefer bright between comely and... Ooh, we got strong. Ah, but you're a no. Okay, well, luckily, here's a thing, you can have up to 3. So we will take the one with comely, and we'll take the one with bright. Kinda need to be pumping out kids a little bit faster. Because that son's probably gonna die. Unless he manages to live long enough for us to get the event again, to have the court physician do something about it. Though that's somewhat unlikely, I'm thinking. Sultan needs to usurping the title. This is no change, right? It actually went down, in fact. You are... Oh, you're defending somebody. Ah, I think I know why. The Abbasids haven't declared war on you. You are part of a pagan defensive pact. I don't know. I'd actually kind of prefer to have greedy, if I'm going to be honest. I'll take the hit to my wife's opinion of me in exchange for getting greedy. 10% extra tax income is nice. Or at least it has its uses. Also, I don't think my spy master who's been doing study technology has managed to do anything at all so far. And I think it has been about a year since he was given the position. So, great job. You failed to do anything at all. You guys are still a tributary to them, so I can't declare war on you. Which is actually kind of annoying. Actually, no. It just says I would need a valid casus belli. So if I fabricate a claim on, say, this, would I be able to do it? I want to assume yes. Let's go ahead and fabricate a claim there then. It's not too far away from us, so I'm comfortable with taking it over. We're gonna stay out of this, and I'm gonna hope that somebody manages to kill his event-spawned army. Though I'm thinking that's somewhat unlikely to be the case, because it's kind of looking weak. Also, I forgot to set my timer again. I'll assume this has gone off for probably 2-3 minutes, so I'll set the timer for 27. Okay, yeah, so we'll just wait for our counselor to fabricate a claim on that territory. Ooh, we have a claim on a barony. It was a barony, right? Yes, a barony. Yeah, why? Why would I try and push that claim? That's stupid. Oh, this bastard. Wish he would just go away. Oh good, he's not stopping over here anymore. So he'll be gone. At least for a while. See, that was 16k army of the Abbasids. Just come down here. Kill this guy. And you don't have to worry. But sadly, I don't think we're actually in that war. No, you're just a defender. Against some host's claim on your territory. Ah, it's that guy. Yeah, you're not going to succeed, dude. You don't have a lot of troops. How did you expect to succeed? I don't know, but apparently he must have. Yeah, this stuff isn't really progressing that quickly. Maybe I should just go ahead and start researching economic texts. That might be worth it, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and switch you to research economic texts. Oh, wonderful. Now I can get town infrastructure too. As I mentioned before, I don't give a shit about town infrastructure too. It is worthless to us. But I am actually going to go ahead and set somebody else. I'm going to set my half-brother as my steward. He's not doing a dangerous job, so it's okay. Between the stuff you have bonuses to, I would much prefer you to go diplomatic. Okay, he's still sickly, but he's still alive. Somewhat surprisingly, I'll be honest. He actually survived a year. Though we've yet to be given the opportunity to have our court physician go and check him out again. Kinswoman, Burley. You're Burley. Sure, we'll teach you struggle. Why the hell not? You can't really use it, I'll be honest, but maybe you'll get some events with your husband in the future. Ooh, got more tech. Wonderful. And random person in my court died. Don't care. Actually, wasn't paying attention. What did it give me? I think the first one gave me economic because I was able to get this. I think the second one might have given me culture, which I can't use for a good long time because of the ahead of time penalty. So I don't really need the game giving me culture here. Has shared some of his latest ideas with me. I do not know much about medicine, but perhaps he's on to something. He has asked for some money to develop his theory further and write a book on it. Sure, there's 20 gold to go write your book. Last guy I had write a book was successful, so maybe you'll be successful as well. Yeah, that host has done like jack shit to this guy's event spawn troops. If somebody could do something about the event spawn troops, I could potentially do something. I refuse to be your spy master. Why do you want me to be your spy master? I'm shit at that. Okay, my guy's marshal, if anything. And again, I would avoid being somebody's marshal. Yeah, your spy master's better than mine. I assume the only reason you're trying to get me to be your spy master is because I'm being marked as a powerful vassal to you. And so you feel like you have to get me on your council. But you're failing to realize that I refuse to be a spy master. Because somehow it's rocket science. The idea that somebody may not want to be a spy master. Also, you are apparently maintaining a mercenary band out of your capital. I've done that. It doesn't generally result in... Yes! Oh my god, finally. The Caliph has declared a holy war for this duchy. We'll finally deal with the mess that was originally Buddhists. I think they stayed Buddhist, it just became a different Buddhist and is now Tengri. Also, you know what, just auto-assign commanders. I can't be bothered to deal with that all the time. Now, we'll see if he's successful because there's some pretty powerful kingdoms. Well, presumably some pretty powerful kingdoms. A lot of them are nomads, so they don't have their own troops necessarily. They have potential vassal allied troops, and some of them have hordes. So we'll see how this goes. The Caliph could be successful, or he could fail miserably. I'm hoping he is successful. Ooh, you're shit. I might be able to get a marriage out of you. No, me wouldn't, because of the whole infidel thing. Has published the results from his medical investigations. The book has not received any notable attention, but at least he developed his skills as a physician. So now he's better. Now, do you think you could go and heal my son? Oh, what the hell? Oh, now this guy's been dragged in. Ah, because he's Tengri. Which technically means he's resisting the person to whom he's a tributary state to. Oh, great job. I'm somewhat surprised that that's even possible. But apparently the game does allow that. Initiated a recruitment drive. Wonderful. Let's levy reinforcement rate. Not exactly what I'm looking forward to. Go research military tech. Oh yes, my court physician is technically better, so we're gonna have our court physician do this. Continue researching cultural texts, though. But yeah, I don't generally bother too much with the powerful vassal thing, especially when I'm playing as a count. You know what? You're gonna die anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take your money. It's 8 gold, you're almost dead. I'll find a use for it. So I could hire almost an extra 1,000 troops. Can I afford the monthly cost, though? Yeah. After being skillfully treated, my half-sister is feeling much better. Perhaps he is deserving of some praise. Wonderful. Here's some extra money. You haven't quite treated her because you kind of need to find a cure for cancer in the 9th century. I refuse to be your spy master. Jesus Christ, AI. Don't know why that's such a difficult concept for it. It should be able to realize they keep saying no. What am I doing wrong? But apparently it can't actually do that. I mean, do you have any allies? You actually do have an ally. But it looks like they wouldn't be able to bring anything. With China already suffering from the Great Famine, additional misfortune has struck the Middle Kingdom. The Jurchen tribes from the Yalu River have united against under a great Khagan, a great horde of fierce horse warriors now riding into China from the northeast. Clearly this is no ordinary raid to test the Chinese defenses. Well, shit. The war is disrupting trade along the Silk Road and could cause a mass exodus of refugees. Should the Jurchen triumph, it is possible the scions of the current dynasty may flee westward with the remnants of their forces. Well, shit. That could result in a new dynasty happening, which means all of this would go to waste. So now I have to figure out, do I want to go ahead and spend it now on the off chance? Yeah, I gotta figure out, do I want to go ahead and spend this now? So that if they do get a new one, I've not just wasted a bunch of grace. Or do I want to hold off and hope that China succeeds? Also, I've kind of forgotten about my family. Apparently, some of them have been sitting around waiting for marriages for potentially quite a while, in fact. Yeah, nobody too important there, it looks like. And you're 25, so you're gonna have a bit of a hard time getting married. Or, well, having kids, rather. You can get married pretty easily. As far as the game is concerned, you're still young enough. You need to get married. Shouldn't be nobody of any real rank. We'll go into here, I think. We'll go with any. They have to be within Diplo range. They can be a ruler, but they can't be married or in prison. Let's see. Is there anybody who's a genius? There is. 17 and an 11. But would they agree to a marriage with you? The answer to that is no, because they are a different religious group. Let's see, I got a 25-year-old with quick. 16-year-old with bright. Oh, that's my daughter. I mean, we could do that, but I'd rather avoid it, generally speaking. Let's see. Nope, no strong. Burly. We got a 17-year-old Burly. Sure. Ooh. And you've actually got, a Khan here who would apparently be willing to marry you. Do we get any... No, no good matrilineal marriages. I'm not too surprised by that. Yeah. That actually looks like it's a pretty decent deal. Now, yeah, you're the Manichin, or however it's pronounced. Got another niece who's apparently unmarried, but 39, yeah, no. You probably won't be able to find anybody to marry you. Actually, yeah, you know, because of that, I'm gonna go ahead and ship you off to China for some extra grace. I'll be honest, I'm somewhat contemplating going for the Chinese artifact. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that Chinese artifact. If by some miracle House Li of the Tang Empire manages to stay in power, great, and we'll get an imperial marriage later. If they don't, at the very least I wouldn't have had a bunch of grace that just got wasted. So we'll request a Chinese artifact. Protector General addresses a letter to the honored sheik. Good health with you. Graciously filled you with a wondrous artifact of expert Han craftsmanship will be stood upon you for safekeeping. We have the Tapestry of Delay. So a beautiful tapestry depicting a scene from a market on the Silk Road. This gives us decreased build cost and monthly prestige. Wonderful. Can I request another one? No. I have to wait a year. Okay, well, I can do that. You should still be around in a year. She'll be missed. Not really. I completely forgot about her existence entirely. Ooh, we won this. No, we didn't. God damn it, my lieges. Suck at this. Nobody can deal with this, apparently. Okay, random Han dude with Way of the Leopard. A suspected spy has tried to enter Telecon tonight, stopped only by guards who spotted the glint of armor under his cloak. When confronted, the foreigner claims to be a military strategist fleeing the Tang Empire. Upon inspection, I noticed his worn expression and armor not only covered in dust, but dark stains of blood. Yes. Yes, you can join us. And if I had any other... if I had anybody who was younger in my family and was already of age, I would probably marry you off to them because you're actually kind of decent. Also, game is refusing to go ahead and automatically make, despite having auto-assigned commanders, the fact that, yeah, no, I'm sorry, game, you can't make my wife, and my wife is off limits for that, I'm afraid. That's the one problem with auto-assigned commanders. It was going to go ahead and let my wife go and become one. Yeah, no, sorry, that's not going to happen. You can go ahead and become intrigue. You have fun with that. So technically these should cost a little less to build. Obviously though, I'm not really interested in building any of those. Yes. You go ahead and become a great military leader. If you're lucky, you might manage to be like my wife, who's able to become a commander. Because reasons. Ooh. Matters of life and death. With age comes wisdom, they say, or at least it may change the questions we ask, you mutter to yourself. You have had trouble sleeping lately. More often than not, while the rest of your court is sound asleep, you find yourself staring at the ceiling. You are getting older. We are 44 years old. Or are we having a midlife crisis in the 9th century? Each day closer to leaving this plane of existence, it is folly to fear such things, of course. Yet you cannot keep these feelings at bay. You want more days with Aiton, your family. You sit up straight in your bed. This is ridiculous. You are the ruler. You have people ready to serve your any whim. Perhaps your counselors have ideas. If nothing else, it might ease your trouble sleeping. Okay, are we going to go and try and find an elixir for immortality? Because this is not necessarily the leader I would want to have be immortal, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. But sure, we will summon the council. Summon a secret meeting. Invite only. Let's see how this goes out. I've never actually had this event. I'm assuming that this, in theory, can result in you learning the secrets to immortality. Because you can do that in this game. Your council convenes, and the faces of your advisors speak of confusion. Why are we here, my lord? It comes with a hint of concern. You sit down, and the suspense is almost tangible. As you leave the question hanging in the air, finally you speak, and without disclosing much of your current nightly restlessness, you convey the message eloquently enough. I want to discuss the concept of life and death, and I want to look into everlasting life. They nod slowly. So what do you think? These spirits rise in the room as your counselors start to talk, some hesitantly, some gesturing wildly. They all have ideas. Maybe you guys should decide what to do. If my timer goes off, we'll wait until a good break time for this. I'm assuming these days that are going by are them all discussing it. How do we go ahead and make somebody immortal? Again, this isn't necessarily the ruler I want to have be immortal, but... well, I guess it could provide bonuses for stats and whatnot. Because if you live forever, you kind of have to be able to continue to gain stats via various events. So, in theory, this character would eventually be the best thing ever. I will not complain about getting lustful. We only have a single son who is sickly, so yes. Let's get lustful for the extra fertility. Admittedly, our wife probably isn't really going to be giving us any more kids. She's 44 years old. The stopping point, I think, is generally around 35, 36 is once you have a significant drop-off. At least, I believe that's how Crusader Kings 2 has it. I could be remembering incorrectly, though. You asked several people in your court and even waited for a long time for some of them to get back to you, but none of them have heard of a method to avoid the whole mess of dying. You reckon it's a lot like sleeping, though. You probably shouldn't worry about it. Wonder what's for dinner tonight? Okay. It didn't end with us finding out about immortality. And concubine is pregnant. Wonderful. Actually, you're probably not great either. You're 39, yeah. I'm gonna have to set you aside, I'm afraid, because, yeah, you're not really gonna work for us anymore. Oh, wait, did I have two sons? No, it's the same one. Oh, and he's no longer sickly. Wonderful. Since he's managed to survive 4 years, the game decided he can't be sickly anymore. So, anybody here who's preferably somewhat young and has decent traits? The answer to that seems to... Well, we got an attractive here, actually. That's not too bad. But that's a no. Because I am of too low rank for such a high-born concubine. Why? Because she is the actual son of a Khan. Or, excuse me, daughter of a Khan. That would make sense. You are the descendant of a bloodline, so that's not terrible. I don't think I gain anything from my concubines, stats-wise. Pretty sure it all comes from your spouse and counsel when it comes to getting the extra bonus stats. So their actual stats here don't matter. It's mostly just looking for some decent traits. And I guess Bright is about the best we'll get, and that's a no because she's a claimant of, I guess, their throne. So it makes sense that you would say no to that. Yep, okay, we don't have anyone who's particularly great there. We're just gonna have to wait it out. Also, this guy is failing miserably, so we're gonna take him off and put him back on. That tends to reset things and increase their chances. We're just going to continue to get money. You are almost of age, which means I will... We got another kinsman. Wonderful. You become thrifty. So I will soon be able to try and sway you. What is your birthday? June 14th. Okay, that'll be this year. Wonderful. We'll end this part when our liege becomes of age, whether or not my timer has gone off or not. I refuse to be a commander. You gotta understand this, people. I don't do commanders, or commander titles. I don't do spy master or marshal. All of those are bad ideas for this whole thing called living. Even if my character had learned these secrets of immortality, I still would refuse to do that. Now I can ask the title for my liege, or my liege for a title. Wonderful. Try and sway him. I can go ahead and toss him a gift that'll improve relations quite a bit, in fact. And I mean, I got a decent sum of money. I got nothing to spend it on right now. And hopefully he doesn't die when I'm almost at max relations with him, because that's honestly annoying that happened with his father. Also, he's actually the only son of his father, apparently. I assume it's unlikely I can get any of these, right? Even if it's matrilineal. Or, yeah, even if it was matrilineal, it's no. This guy's, my son's apparently too young. I guess that makes sense. He's 5, she's 11. There's a 6-year age difference between them. That would sort of hurt things. That's so annoying. I was so close. I just needed you to come back, and I could ask you, and I'd probably get a territory. But now I have to deal with your son, who luckily doesn't seem too upset with me, though I'm assuming that's partly because of the prestige that I have, providing a bonus to relations. Well, that's going to be it for this part. I probably won't think about it at all. It's either do or don't. Screw it, no, we're going to save our money. We'll save it up so that we can go ahead and hopefully recruit a decent-sized mercenary army in the future. That'll help us in a bid to move up to being under the Sultan rather than the Emir. Because if we're under the Sultan, I can usurp the title of our current duchy. While I'm under the Emir, I'm stuck as a count. But nonetheless, that's going to be it for this part. Maybe next part we'll get a war with these guys. It just depends on whether or not my counselor decides to actually be successful at his job or not. But that is going to be it for this part. I will see you all in the next one. Reminder, channel's not a part of the YouTube Partner Program, so if you enjoy the content of the channel, the easiest and best way to help support the content, or to support the channel to allow me to continue to create the content, is to go and become a patron, which you can find a link to down in the description. Even if it's at just the $1 a month tier, it helps the channel out. But I will see you all in the next part, where we are going to probably continue to get raided because nobody's able to deal with this guy, which is continuing to get on my nerves, but I can't do anything about it, sadly. Off screen, I might test going to war with one of my neighbors, who is still under the Emir, just to see if he reacts negatively to that, or if he just doesn't give a shit. Because if he decides he doesn't give a shit, I will probably actually end up doing that next part. Because I would love to take over Merv, because, you know, it has a trade post there, and I would love to get the extra money from a trade post. Admittedly, the Silk Road's not going to be giving a lot of money right now, but nonetheless, it's something. So I'll see you all in the next part, though. But until then, a goodbye and farewell.